Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just under 4 months away from its official release by Disney, Lucasfilm, JJ and crew, as well as creator George Lucas, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that yes, we do know that this movie is going to have many different revelations, twists and turns and surprises in this film that's going to change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies within the entire Skywalker saga, which really is a big deal for fans around the world of exactly what's coming our way to end the sequel trilogy. Now, with that being said, we do know that JJ aims to make this a very dark Star Wars movie, while at the same exact time doing something very special for the characters of Rey, Kylo, Luke, Palpatine, the list goes on. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence based in the first act of the film, where it's described that Rey is meditating in a strange tower of some kind, where all the pieces of the Skywalker saber are said to be scattered around Rey. While Rey trains, it's said that she begins to hear Luke Skywalker's voice reaching out to her, where she is said to be given a lesson by Luke briefly, where he tells her to focus on the light and the dark to understand both aspects of the Force. It's explained that the Skywalker saber still holds dark side energy from when Anakin fought Obi-Wan as Darth Vader on Mustafar, where she is said to begin to hear of Darth Vader's breathing and screams of Anakin Skywalker in the distance as she closes her eyes. The sequence is described to be a different type of Jedi training, where Luke is telling her to focus on the light and the dark side of the Force. This is where the line of 1,000 generations live in you now come into play. Additionally, it's explained that Rey pauses her meditation and opens her eyes, where she begins to form the saber into one piece, where she begins to hear Vader's breathing once again, as she does all of this just after Luke Skywalker in his voice tells her to find Leia and to go to a star system in the Outer Rim. This is when Rey takes Finn, Poe, 3PO, and Chewbacca with her. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, Episode 9, we do know that they will be introducing different types of Jedi training, both in the forms of flashbacks and, of course, in present time. Not only that, we will also be getting dark side training through Kylo Ren that will be seen by the audience in The Rise of Skywalker. So in this particular scenario, we have, of course, Rey training through the ways of the Force, using the Force to scatter all the pieces of the Skywalker saber into pretty much, multiple pieces around her, where she's focusing on the Force. She begins to hear Luke Skywalker's Force Ghost voice, and that's where he guides her through the ways of the Force, where she also begins to hear the breathing of Darth Vader, as well as the screams of Anakin Skywalker in the distance. Now, this is also to be connected because Anakin once held the Skywalker saber as Darth Vader, and part of that dark side energy is still attached to it all. In fact, it's one of the main reasons as to why she also heard the Darth Vader breathing in the Force Awakens Force Back Vision sequence when she touched the saber. So the same exact thing is happening here, a very similar scenario where she is actually just diving into it deeper. Now, what I like about this as well is that, of course, this is Luke's Force Ghost telling her to eventually go to a specific star system. This is where, of course, she brings, Poe, Finn, Chewbacca, 3PO with her, and it kind of mimics of what was done in The Empire Strikes Back, if you guys actually think about this carefully. If you go back to The Empire Strikes Back on Hoth, where Luke Skywalker is about to pass out from the cold, he actually sees Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force Ghost in the distance, and Obi-Wan's Force Ghost tells Luke to go to the Dagobah system to meet Master Yoda. In this scenario, Luke is telling Rey to go to a specific star system in the Outer Rim, and that's where she brings her crew with her. Why she has to go to the Outer Rim is a big question open on the table for discussion. It could have to do with the jungle world. It could also have something to do with the desert planet of Pisana, for all we know. Nonetheless, I'm really loving the callbacks to the originals and the prequels that's being applied here to The Rise of Skywalker, specifically in this Jedi training session, not just between herself and Luke, but also how it has a lot of callbacks to the originals and the prequels by use of Anakin Skywalker's screams in the distance, as well as Darth Vader's breathing that's going to be used in Episode 9. So the last thing I just want to go over is that we do know that they will be using the Skywalker saber, both, of course, Anakin's, or should I say both, of course, Ben Solo / Kylo Ren and Rey during their final battle against Palpatine at some point in time. And that's a big indicator that there will be some form of Ben-demption or a Kylo Ren redemption arc in The Rise of Skywalker that's going to really surprise fans and really will take fans by surprise and really just be shocked about what's going to happen with Kylo Ren in Episode 9. So, like I say, this movie does have a lot of potential. It seems like it's going to be very emotional, and I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.